Hey yo man, I'm about to teach all y'all how to make some low-calorie, super delicious soup.
Is what it would sound like if I was in a West Side Connection album. But today, my friends, I'm going to show you guys how to make a freaking delicious homemade pho-ish kind of noodle soup that's under 200 calories. This recipe is going to blow your sphincter right out of your butt. This is one of the most amazing things for people who need volume. So what you're going to need is you're going to need a little chili paste, a little vegetable broth, a little mellow white miso, a little bit of spiced Tabasco or sriracha, and then you're just going to need all your vegetables. Now, you could get them pre-sliced up or you can slice them up yourself. But what I'm going to use is a little bell peppers, a little onions, a little broccoli, a little bit of some pre-sliced mushrooms, and finally these bean sprouts, mung bean sprouts, very low in calorie, high in protein, and tons of volume. And finally, we're gonna have some carrots, and also you can add any vegetable that you like at all. Also, we're gonna need a tofu block and these very important noodles. These are tofu shirataki noodles. These noodles have literally 20 calories for the entire bag, 2 servings of 10 calories. Look at that, they're made from soybeans and sweet potato flour. They are literally the sexiest noodle that you can get, as they have low calories but high volume, great for dieting. Okay, let's start doing this. So first we're gonna need some water. That is going to be the base. We're gonna make the broth right now. So we're gonna need 5 cups of water. Of course, you can do this with less or more water if you're making it for yourself. You want it bigger or smaller, you're making it for other people, you're gonna want more. You're gonna turn the fire on high on blast, and your purpose right now is just to get the water boiling, scalding hot, super hot. First thing we're gonna throw in there, some mellow white miso. Miso is made out of cultured rice, which is pretty cool, and soybeans, and it tastes amazing. If you've never tried it before, it's a great base for your soup. It tastes like the way that it feels when you wake up in the morning and let off a beautiful, steaming, gorgeous dump. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. So then after you put 3 to 4 tablespoons of miso, you're gonna put a little tiny bit of vegetable broth just to add a little tiny bit more flavor. So this is just about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more, it depends on how much you like your vegetable broth. Then you're going to add the chili paste if you do like things spicy. If you don't like things spicy, maybe you wanna replace this with like some teriyaki sauce or some molasses, anything else if you want it to be more sweet or something like that. Then if you do really like your spices, then you're gonna add your hot sauce, which personally I'm using Tabasco Chipotle, but you can use sriracha or whatever hot sauce you're gonna need.
Arg. And then you're going to stir those sexy scallywags until it boils.
Then you're gonna cut up your vegetables, and if you're not a giant lazy piece of crap bro like me, which, let's be honest, we're all lazy bros here, you're gonna have to cut everything up. But honestly, I only had carrots to cut up. Everything else was already pre-sliced, so you don't hate me, okay? Don't hate me. But we got onions, red bell peppers, green bell peppers sliced up, carrots right here. Then we have pre-sliced mushrooms. You should open your package, probably not that way, but whatever. Then we got mung bean sprouts. These things are like my hidden favorite vegetable. And then we have pre-cut up broccoli florets. That's pretty much my vegetable palette, but you can use anything you want. Now this is so juicy right here. This is the technique. This is the strategy for cutting up tofu for soups. You cut down the middle like that to half the thickness of the tofu. Then you're gonna cut down like this, kind of like vertically, to make these little slices. Now I'm gonna pull it apart for you guys so you can see exactly what's going on here. See that? We've got like thickness and we've got the length, but now we're gonna cut it horizontally, and because we made those 2 cuts first, ba-bam, your boy just made little tofu cubes. If you've ever been to a Japanese restaurant, then you will know indeed that they use these tofu cubes in everything, especially the miso soup, and they are perfect size for soup and spoons. So now by this point, you should have your bodacious broth bubbling up. It is completely ready to throw all the ingredients in. And now because it's so hot, it's going to slightly cook these vegetables, but not actually make them mushy. So they're gonna have a lot of hard structure to them, which is why this is such a delicious thing to eat, because there's so much texture. It takes a lot of chewing, but obviously there's very low calories, but actually high fiber and high protein, which is fantastic. So like I said, you're just gonna toss everything into that bodacious broth there. And believe me, you treat that broth right, that broth gonna treat you right, baby. Again, I just want to reiterate that you can literally throw anything you want in here. I mean, you could even throw fruits in here if you like them, or if you want to throw some tempeh or seitan, anything in here. Now you're just going to use whatever you want to mix it all up so that the broth hits everything and kind of gets it cooking. You're going to turn the fire off at this point, and then because this bowl is so huge, I don't know what else to put it in to eat. Honestly, I don't have bowls this big, so I just eat it straight out the pot. Now this stuff is under 200 calories depending on how you make it, but the one that I made is 175 calories with 22 grams of protein. Now this takes me about 20 minutes to eat, and as you guys know, I have a big mouth. I can eat a lot of food, and I can eat it very quickly, and yet it still takes such a long time to eat, but I get to eat for so long for so little calories. So it's amazing. The only thing I will say is I would not suggest drinking all of the broth because you'll be getting tons of sodium in. But if you just take the broth in from eating regular bites, then you'll get a decent amount of sodium in, but it won't be absorbent. It won't be crazy. So there you have it, guys. My recipe to have high volume, low calorie pho, homemade pho, kind of. It's not really pho, but it's so freaking good. I want you guys to Snapchat me when you make this recipe. I need to see you guys making this because it makes my day. So follow me on Snapchat, Brian Turner. Make sure that you check out my website, beyondtheweek.com, for nutritional coaching and diet plans, as well as my clothing and apparel. Also check out the Patreon if you're interested in supporting the channel in other ways. Other than that, though, I appreciate you guys coming here, checking out this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought in the comments below, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die Myron, motherfucker.